evening and welcome to a brand new week of City Wrap Ramadan. My name is Ilham Al-Hamadi. Today we'll be learning how to keep both our food and bodies in tip-top shape, as well as looking into how Ramadan is celebrated around the world. Tonight we'll also be giving away a whole new bunch of prizes worth thousands of dirhams that include meal vouchers for Wafi restaurants, Lady Million Absolutely Gold perfume, 1 million Absolutely Gold perfume for him, vouchers for Spa Zen at Radisson Blu, iftar vouchers for the Address Hotels, a bundle of Sally Hansen products, and a 3-month Fitness First membership. We'll be sharing details on how you can win these incredible set of prizes a little later on the show, so make sure you stay tuned. Now, every week on City Wrap, we explore how Ramadan is celebrated across different cultures and countries. And today we continue on that mission by traveling to Egypt, India, and Jerusalem to see which unique traditions are treasured.
In Jerusalem, more than 80,000 people turned out to pray at the Al-Aqsa Mosque on the first Friday of Ramadan. This year, the Israeli police have allowed Palestinian men over 40 years old and women of all ages to come and pray. Palestinians have to cross checkpoints manned by Israeli police to access the site, which includes the Dome of the Rock, a spot Muslims believe the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, began his ascension to heaven. Both Jews and Muslims lay religious claims to part of the Al-Aqsa compound. Thousands of Muslims and Christian Egyptians gathered in Tahrir Square to share an iftar together on the first Friday of Ramadan. The site has been the focal point of protests in the last 2 years. The Imam who gave the Friday sermon in the square said that the unity meal was intended to bring the country together after a long period of divisiveness. Syrian refugees in Lebanon are marking their third Ramadan away from home. Muhammad and her family were forced to flee the violence in Syria and move to Tripoli. Her family has taken shelter in a small home and struggles to get by. She's praying that her family gets enough food to eat. Syrian refugee Abu Steve says his relatives and friends weren't fasting as they didn't have any food for iftar. There are thought to be over 1.7 million Syrian refugees dispersed around the Arab world. And in Hyderabad, sales of Halim have skyrocketed with the onset of Ramadan. The mutton delicacy is a much sought-after dish during the holy month. Halim is made up of a mixture of saturated fat, spices, wheat, clarified butter and dry fruits and is very similar to the Emirati haris. Locals say the popularity of Halim lies in them never compromising on quality. The word Halim literally means patience because of the long hours of preparation involved in making it.
Let's now take a moment to see which activities you can take advantage of this month with our Ramadan calendar. It's time for a break, but when we return, we'll find out what kind of food inspection is necessary to ensure food is kept in the best conditions this month. We'll also be getting a few Ramadan fitness tips, plus another top-notch chef from the Address Hotel will be joining us for our daily Ramadan recipes. Welcome back to City Wrap Ramadan. While food inspections take place throughout the year, Ramadan is a time during which Dubai municipality intensifies most, with campaigns targeting markets, shops and various dining outlets. Here to tell us just how to ensure that food remains fresh and safe to eat during summer and Ramadan is Abdul Aziz Al Sheikh, Food Health Inspector, Dubai Municipality. Welcome to the show.
You're welcome.
So now we just mentioned that Dubai Municipality conducts food inspections throughout the year. But why in Ramadan is it very important to do so?
Because during Ramadan, especially during summer, Ramadan in summer, actually this combination is also it's exposed food to contaminate easily because temperature is high.
Okay.
And during Ramadan, actually, we are shifting our inspectors actually from 1 to 6 o'clock and from 8:30 to 1:30 in after midnight. During Ramadan, actually, there is some food establishment. Actually, they are displaying light meals outside.
Yeah, yeah, you see that, some snacks or something.
Yeah, snack. Actually, we are put a set of regulation for that one actually, and they have to get a permission, period permission to display food, and regulation includes just not to contain high risk food like meal, chicken, fish, something like this.
Okay.
Only light meals actually it is with vegetables and this one, and regulation also include that should be displayed in the right temperature, hot actually from 60 above, 60 degree above centigrade, and cold should be from 5 and below centigrade, and should be displayed outside, not exposed to any contaminants. Actually, should be in showcase or some cabinet actually, just to cover actually from the.
So what are some of the issues that they've come across when they've gone for food inspections? What do they normally come across?
Usually, actually, in general, it is some practices. The practices usually of food handlers. Sometimes they thought they are doing right, but actually they are doing wrong. Actually, which is could contaminate food, and contamination of food could cause food poisoning at the end. Actually, it could be, especially when they are handling high risk food. The mean of high risk food, as I told you, this which is contained meat, seafood, chicken, eggs,
these are
dairy
easy
products.
to rot.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some of the things that we should look out for when we go out to dine to restaurants?
To dine the restaurants, actually there will be some, actually there is some advice actually. I need to place it here because some people are taking food takeaway.
Yes.
Especially during summer rather than Ramadan. If you are taking food takeaway, you need to immediately consume it actually after the rich food. And the time and temperature, it is very dangerous combination. So you need to get food as fast as possible and consume it.
Thank you so much for being with us and sharing such amazing advice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We've just learned how to keep our food in the best shape possible. Now it's time to find out how to keep our bodies in top form this Ramadan as well. Here are a few guidelines from Fitness First for some simple exercises you can carry out this month.
Hi everyone, hey, welcome back to week number 2 of our exercise and training tips to help you maintain your fitness and your health goals during the Ramadan period. My name is Nathan Brown. Week number 2, we're going to start to look at some equipment. And some of the equipment you might not have at home, but we're going to suggest a couple of things for you. The first thing is we're going to be using a sandbag. The second thing is we're going to be using some dumbbells. You can actually replace the sandbag with a bag of rice or a heavy weighted object at home. You can also use some tins of cans of baked beans or some cans that are quite heavy to actually utilize and help you enhance the workouts. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to grab the sandbag or bag of rice. Comes over top of the shoulders. We come in, we stand nice and tall. We're going to go into what we call a walking lunge. So as we walk forward, we step, we drop, we come back up, we go back to the top again. We alternate the legs, we drop down, we come back up, we come over again. As we walk forward, we want you to complete 20 repetitions. So left and right is 1 repetition. You keep walking forward, try and go as long as you possibly can. Remember, the longer you go, the more range of movement, the more calories you burn. Once you've done your 20 repetitions, you then stop, come back up, lift the bag over, bend your knees, we go back into that health and safety again. We then grab our dumbbells, use the dumbbells here. We come in, we hold the cans of beans or the dumbbells. We take the legs, they're about a hip distance apart, feet are slightly turned out. We touch the elbows, we come up, we thrust to the top, down we go, thrust to the top. Now we want a deeper squat here so that we really enhance the glutes, the back of the hamstrings, pushing the arms, locking right to the top. This will really start to elevate the heart rate. Now you want to go at your own pace in this. This is not about speed. All we want you to do is try and complete 20 repetitions. Once you've done the 20, put your dumbbells away, and then we go into what we call our walking planks. So as you do this one here, you want to set yourself up. In the walking plank, you activate the core muscles. Option is to obviously come off the knees. Take your legs a little bit more wider than normal. You walk the hands forward, you walk the hands to the side, you bring the hands back into the middle. What we call a diamond walking plank. So you want to do 20 of those. I've done 3 so far. This is number 4. Move forward and then back. Now obviously the longer you go with the range of movement, the more calories you're going to burn. So those are the 3 exercises for the day. Enjoy.
There you go, your weekly fitness tips thanks to our friends over at Fitness First. Right then, it's that time of the night when we give you the chance to win thousands of dirhams worth of prizes. Up for grabs today is meal vouchers for Wafi restaurants, a Lady Million Absolutely Gold perfume, 1 million Absolutely Gold perfume, voucher for Spa Zen at Radisson Blu, iftar vouchers for the Address Hotels, a bundle of Sally Hansen products, and a 3-month Fitness First membership. For your chance to win, visit facebook.com/CityWrap and answer the following question. Which fruit are Muslims encouraged to break their fast with? A, an apple, B, a strawberry, or C, a date? We'll be announcing tonight's winner on our Facebook page on Monday, so make sure you check in with us to find out if you're the lucky one. All right, we're off to a break, but we'll be back before you know it with a recipe for kandari run that'll have your mouths watering. See you in a bit. Welcome back to City Wrap Ramadan. Chef Anup Pawar is here from the Address downtown, ready to whip up an Indian speciality. So take out your writing pad and start taking notes because we're about to start making kandari run. Is that right, Chef?
Yes, very right.
Tell me a little bit more about the
Yes, we are going to do a leg of lamb.
Okay.
Basically, it comes from the northwest frontier of southern Asia.
Okay.
Again, as the name suggests, it's a Kandhari run. So Kandhar is a place in Afghanistan, and then India has been ruled by Afghani rulers for around 150 years, and that's why this authentic recipe has hailed on from Afghanistan.
Okay.
And then it got influenced when it came to India with few local ingredients,
Okay.
and that's why the name is Kandhari run, because it comes from Kandhar, and the ran is a leg of lamb. So again, it's a very festive season around. That's why we are going to cook a leg of lamb, which is for a family style sitting. It's not a single course menu.
Lovely.
It's again a 2.5 kilos of leg of meat which you're going to cook.
So let's get started.
Yeah, sure. So you can see a leg of lamb. What I'm going to do is we're going to marinate the lamb first and then cook it over a period of time. It takes almost 1.5 hours to cook this piece of meat.
Okay.
What we're going to do right now is, you can see it's a leg of lamb. And then there is
Why
a bone.
the leg in particular?
Because the goat itself, the animal it walks, and this is the most usually part of the animal, apart from the neck. That's why it's the most juiciest part is the neck and the leg,
Okay.
especially the hind leg of the lamb. So that's why we prefer to use a leg of lamb, which is the muscles are more relaxed. It's been used a lot, and that's why when you cook it, it gets more juicy and more moist. That's why in most of the kofta kebabs in Arabic food is what you use is a leg of lamb. That's why it stays more juicy.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is we're just open up the leg of lamb inside, so that when we marinate, the marination goes till inside of the lamb.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a piece of fork and then just pierce it.
Why are
This
we
is
piercing
basically done so that when we marinate the meat, the juices of the spices, the ginger garlic paste, all the meats, all the sauces goes
gets
inside.
absorbed.
Yeah. Okay. So
Alright.
what you're going to do is the meat is ready now, and then we have the tray,
Okay.
and then we're going to do a nice massage to the meat.
With the spices.
Yeah, with the spices. What happens is, like, basically when we go for a massage session, we feel nice and relaxed.
Yes.
Exactly.
So
the
does
meat.
the
Yes.
so does the leg of the lamb?
Yes. But unfortunately, this leg is doing a massage after it's been slaughtered. That's
Better late than never.
But that's the beauty of it. The more you massage it, your
Okay.
meat is going to absorb the salt, which is the most essential part of any food. As they say that if you have the right amount of salt in your food is just perfect.
How long is this marinade going to stay for?
It should stay at least for 3 hours, so that the
3
marination,
hours?
yes, the
Okay.
marination steeps in, and the meat gets juicy.
Okay.
So you can see the spices are going inside. You
About
just
4
need,
minutes left, Chef.
yeah.
So
And
okay, what's this? What are you using
Okay,
now?
this is basically a paste of cashew nut, brown onion, and coconut. Again, the coconut is dried, desiccated.
Okay. So cashew nuts, brown
brown
onions,
onion.
and desiccated
Yes,
coconut.
exactly. And
Okay.
then some saffron.
Okay.
So you just need to marinate it nicely on both the sides, so that the marination also goes inside as well.
It makes a serving for how many people?
This is for, as I said, it's a family style. It can serve up to 4 adults.
4 adults.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to serve some mint sauce on the side.
All right. Okay. What's going to be the next step after?
Okay, so what is this? That we
mixture.
just leave it on the side, and then we have a special spice mix which is made with black peppercorn, green cardamom, and black cardamom, which is going to be again.
Is that the garam masala?
Again, garam is basically hot, but there are different recipes. If you travel across India, you will find at least 2,000 recipes of garam masala.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know that.
Yes,
I thought
it's again, it's very traditional that you can a garam masala. It's a very common false belief that a garam masala is a mix of spice, but the right recipe is that garam masala is the right mix of spice and used at a proper proportion. This is how it's going to look like.
2
So we
minutes
can just leave it aside for some time till the time the ghee
Okay.
gets nice and hot.
Okay. Chef, you mentioned that the run could be marinated for 3 hours
Yes.
at least, but do you
Yes.
suggest overnight?
Oh yeah, no
sometimes
problem.
that's-
More it is, no problem.
Okay. Okay.
More it is, the better it is. So now what you're going to do is we're going to do a spicy pear chutney, which
Okay.
is basically just an accompaniment to the ran. Again,
Okay.
it's not very traditional. It's very modern way of doing a chutney. This is nothing but chopped pears.
Okay. In what sort of a syrup it's in?
It's just soaked in lemon juice so that it doesn't get black.
Okay.
You just leave it inside.
Okay. Was that like one pear that you chopped
Yeah, it's
up,
just
or
one pear.
One pear.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
you add some sugar to it, not much,
About a teaspoon.
about half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon.
Some fennel seeds. Again, this is
Okay.
going to give a nice aroma to you.
Mm,
Some chili flakes,
okay.
and that's it. Just leave it on the simmer. It will just cook it on its own. In the meantime, what we can do is we can do the yogurt sauce, which is, this is nothing but green apple.
This is also soaked in.
Yeah, just lemon juice so
lemon
that
juice.
yeah, it doesn't.
Okay, chef, you've got 1 minute.
Okay. So
So we're gonna chop.
yeah, we're just gonna chop
apples.
it quickly.
Does it have to be chopped this finely?
You can do it grated as well, no
Can-
problem.
okay.
Yeah. It's no that you have to chop it.
Is this gonna go into the
No, this is going to be a side dish, which is going to be go on a side.
okay.
It's going to be as a
Okay.
sauce.
So chef, when the run is getting cooked,
Yes.
For how long will that take? You said an hour and a half?
Around 2 hours, yeah.
Okay, and what would the heat be like?
It's
Was it
at
gonna be
180 degrees Celsius
Okay.
for 2 hours. So in the
180.
walnut chutney and in the Granny Smith, basically what we call it, this is Granny Smith, the apple, some walnuts, some chopped coriander roots.
Okay. Why root? Why not?
It's more flavorful than the coriander. It gives you a nice punch. Some cumin powder and some
okay,
salt.
chef. We need to.
You need to hurry.
We need to plate.
So what we can do is we can just sear it once. And
So we're gonna pour the ghee over
Yes,
this and then
yes.
put it in the oven. All
so
right. Mm.
you can smell the aromas of the spices and the saffron. Again, the amount of ghee that is going in.
We're gonna
won't-
drain it, I hope.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So it's not that you're going to eat all of the ghee.
Okay. So what does it look like after it's?
Yeah. So what
After
is
it's
done
done.
is we can cover it with an aluminium foil. And then leave it inside the oven.
Okay. And out comes the
Yes.
finished, ready to eat ran.
Yes.
Okay, chef, we're going to come back to the final part. I'm
Sure.
just going to do the closing link. It's a wrap for tonight's show. We're going to be back tomorrow with some great tips that'll ensure your diet remains nutritious during Ramadan, as well as some solid advice that'll help you clear your digestion. And of course, Ramadan Recipes returns with some culinary masterpieces. See you tomorrow. Good night.